How you think today decides who you'll be tomorrow. This is not merely a catchy phrase or a motivational platitude. It is a profound and unchanging truth, one that has been echoed by sages, philosophers, and successful people across all ages. Your thoughts are the seeds you plant in the fertile soil of your mind. Just as a farmer who plants corn cannot expect to harvest weeds, the nature of your thoughts inevitably determines the harvest of your life. If you feed your mind with doubt, fear, and negativity, you will find yourself trapped in cycles of frustration and defeat. But if you nourish your mind with faith, clarity, and purpose, you will build a foundation for success and fulfillment. This is the fundamental law of personal transformation, and understanding it is the most important step you can take toward shaping your destiny. If you're hearing this message today and find it resonating within you, I want to invite you to take a moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Not as a favor, but as a deliberate commitment to yourself, a commitment to cultivate your mind daily with ideas that empower and elevate. Surround yourself with voices and teachings that encourage growth and positive action. The environment in which your mind lives is as important as the thoughts you choose to nurture. By engaging with content like this regularly, you build the mental habits that sustain a winning attitude. So take this simple action now, and let it mark the beginning of a new chapter in how you think and live. Let me share with you a truth so powerful that it has shaped the lives of the world's greatest achievers. You become what you think about most of the time. This is not speculation or wishful thinking. It is a natural, universal law. Your dominant thoughts shape your character, your actions, and ultimately your results. This law applies equally to all of us, regardless of our background, education, or circumstance. Whether you are consciously aware of it or not, your mind is continuously molding your reality in alignment with your thoughts. This is why those who cultivate a positive, determined, and focused mindset rise above adversity and achieve extraordinary things. They think about their goals, their values, and their purpose consistently, and their lives reflect that focus. But how often do we allow our minds to wander into negativity? How often do we feed it with worry, doubt, and fear? These are the weeds that choke the garden of the mind. To succeed, you must become vigilant in guarding your thoughts. The moment you notice a negative thought, replace it with one of strength and possibility. For example, instead of saying, "I can't do this," affirm, "I am capable and prepared." Instead of, "This is too hard," say, "Every challenge brings me closer to my goal." This is the discipline of the mind, and it requires daily practice. The more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. You train your mind to favor thoughts that serve your highest good, creating a powerful internal environment for success. To further strengthen your mental foundation, you must set clear and specific goals. The mind cannot direct itself effectively without a target. Think of a ship without a destination. It will drift aimlessly, vulnerable to the winds and currents. But a ship with a fixed course will navigate safely to port. Write down your goals in detail. Review them morning and night. Visualize yourself already in possession of what you desire. This daily focus conditions your subconscious to work relentlessly toward your success. It sharpens your decisions, aligns your actions, and sustains your motivation even in difficult times. Clear goals are the compass that guides the attitude that creates success. I want to emphasize that cultivating this mindset is not about ignoring reality or pretending difficulties do not exist. It is about interpreting those difficulties through the lens of possibility. Winners do not deny setbacks, they welcome them as teachers. They ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I adapt?" This mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities. It fosters resilience, the ability to persist and thrive despite challenges. When your attitude embraces this perspective, you become unstoppable. You develop the emotional strength to face uncertainty with calm confidence, knowing that every step is part of your growth. Another cornerstone of success is service, the willingness to provide value to others. The attitude that creates success understands that prosperity is not a solitary achievement, but a shared one. The more you serve, the more you receive. This is a universal law, as sure as the law of gravity. Those who seek only to take will find their efforts unsustainable. Those who give generously, who create value and uplift others, build lasting success. Align your attitude with generosity and integrity. Let your goals be intertwined with the desire to improve the lives of others. This service mindset opens doors, builds trust, and creates opportunities beyond what you could achieve alone. Before closing this part, I want you to make a declaration. Write it in the comments below. I am one with purpose, wisdom, and faith. Free of fear and doubt, Let these words be the banner you carry forward. This declaration is more than words, it is an activation of the law that you become what you think about. Choose your thoughts wisely. Tend the garden of your mind with care and diligence, and watch as your life transforms in harmony with the powerful truth you have embraced. Remember, how you think today decides who you'll be tomorrow. Visualization is a powerful tool to strengthen your attitude and focus. Imagine yourself already living the life you desire. See the details, the sights, sounds, emotions, and actions involved. Picture yourself succeeding with confidence, overcoming obstacles with grace, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. This mental rehearsal programs your subconscious to align with your conscious goals. It prepares your mind to recognize opportunities and act decisively. Winners make visualization a daily practice, knowing that what the mind vividly imagines, it begins to realize. It bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Finally, embrace the responsibility and power you hold over your own mind. No external force can dictate your thoughts unless you allow it. The attitude that creates success is yours to cultivate and maintain. It requires daily effort, patience, and persistence. It means choosing to think like a winner every day, no matter the circumstances. And it means understanding the profound truth that your thoughts today decide who you will be tomorrow. I invite you now to make your commitment known. Write in the comments, "I choose to think like a winner today and every day." Let these words be the foundation of your new mindset and the beacon that guides your journey forward. How you think today decides who you'll be tomorrow. It's a statement so simple yet so profound that it has echoed through the teachings of every great mind and spirit throughout history. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. They build the foundation upon which your life is constructed. Yet most people give this incredible power away, allowing their minds to drift like leaves in the wind, buffeted by circumstances and opinions. But you and I know better. We understand that to master your life, you must first master your mind. This means becoming deeply aware of your daily thoughts and consciously choosing those that will serve your highest good and greatest potential. It means rejecting the doubts and fears that have held you back and replacing them with faith, clarity, and purpose. Now, before we dive deeper, I want to ask a simple favor. If this message resonates with you, if you're ready to take control of your thoughts and begin shaping your future, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel. It may seem small, but it is an act of commitment to yourself. You are telling your mind that you value wisdom and that you are ready to nurture your thoughts with the kind of content that fuels growth and success. Surround yourself with ideas that inspire and instruct. This is the first step toward changing your mental landscape and, consequently, your life. You are not alone on this journey. We walk it together, fueled by the power of deliberate thought. Think about your mind as a fertile garden and your thoughts as seeds planted there. The law is simple and absolute. You will harvest exactly what you plant. If you sow seeds of fear, doubt, and negativity, you will reap frustration, anxiety, and failure. But if you plant seeds of faith, confidence, and positive expectation, you will reap success, peace, and fulfillment. This law is universal and unchanging. It applies to every person in every place at every time. It does not discriminate based on talent, background, or circumstance. The question is, what are you planting in your garden today? Are you tending to your thoughts with care and intention, or are you letting weeds take over your mental soil? Reflect on this deeply, and if you understand this law, write in the comments, "I am one with success and positivity, free of fear and doubt." Make it your declaration. This principle is not mere theory. It is a practice that winners embrace daily. They do not wait for external conditions to be perfect before they think positively. Instead, they choose their thoughts with purpose, regardless of circumstance. This is not blind optimism, it is disciplined optimism. It means looking at challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn and grow. It means consciously steering your mind toward solutions instead of problems, toward gratitude instead of complaint, toward courage instead of fear. Every thought you allow to dominate your mind shapes your feelings, your actions, and ultimately your results. It is the silent force behind all achievement and failure. Consider the great achievers throughout history. Men and women who have overcome immense obstacles and created legacies. What do they share? A mindset that is unwavering in its focus and belief. They did not allow momentary doubts or setbacks to derail their vision. Instead, they reaffirmed their purpose daily. They visualized their success vividly, and they took consistent action. This combination of clear thought, emotional resilience, and persistent effort forged their path. You can do the same. You can learn to harness the power of your thoughts and direct them toward the life you desire. The first step is to become vigilant, to observe your thoughts as a gardener observes the growth in his field, removing what harms and nurturing what heals. Your daily habits profoundly impact the quality of your thinking. Winners build routines that support positive thought patterns. They read inspiring books, listen to uplifting messages, and spend time in reflection or meditation. They consciously limit exposure to negative influences, whether in people, media, or environments. By curating what they feed their minds, they maintain clarity and focus. You too can create such a mental environment. Choose to surround yourself with ideas and people that elevate your thinking. Refuse to indulge in gossip, fear-mongering, or self-doubt. Your attitude is contagious, and the company you keep will either nourish or poison your mind. Guard it as you would guard your most valuable possession. Visualization is a powerful tool to strengthen your attitude and focus. Imagine yourself already living the life you desire. See the details, the sights, sounds, emotions, and actions involved. Picture yourself succeeding with confidence, overcoming obstacles with grace, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. This mental rehearsal programs your subconscious to align with your conscious goals. It prepares your mind to recognize opportunities and act decisively. Winners make visualization a daily practice, knowing that what the mind vividly imagines, it begins to realize. It bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Finally, embrace the responsibility and power you hold over your own mind. No external force can dictate your thoughts unless you allow it. The attitude that creates success is yours to cultivate and maintain. It requires daily effort, patience, and persistence. It means choosing to think like a winner every day, no matter the circumstances, and it means understanding the profound truth that your thoughts today decide who you will be tomorrow. I invite you now to make your commitment known. Write in the comments, "I choose to think like a winner today and every day." Let these words be the foundation of your new mindset and the beacon that guides your journey forward. The most important truth you will ever hear is deceptively simple, yet it holds the power to change your life completely if you embrace it fully. It is a truth that has been echoed throughout the ages by philosophers, prophets, and successful men and women across every culture. This truth is that you become what you think about most of the time. Think carefully about that for a moment. Your dominant thoughts, the ones you entertain day in and day out, form the blueprint of your life. Whether you are aware of it or not, your thoughts are constantly shaping your emotions, your actions, and your circumstances. This is a law as unbreakable as the law of gravity. It operates continuously and without exception. If you want to change your life, you must first change your thinking. This truth places an incredible responsibility on your shoulders. It means that no one else can think for you. No external situation or person can dictate your destiny unless you allow it through your thoughts. You are the master architect of your own future, and the construction begins in the mind. Many people live their entire lives in a reactive state, letting fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs dictate their direction. But you have the power to decide differently. You can choose to direct your mind toward thoughts of hope, purpose, and confidence. It's not always easy. Old habits and negative thinking patterns can be persistent. But with consistent effort, you can train your mind to support your highest aspirations. This is the foundation of success, peace, and happiness. Now, before we go further, I want to invite you to take a small action that will reinforce your commitment to this truth. If you find value in these words and the possibilities they offer, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel. It's more than just a click. It is a declaration that you are ready to feed your mind with wisdom and nurture the attitude that creates success. By surrounding yourself with ideas that uplift and inspire, you strengthen your mental habits and create an environment that supports your growth. Remember, your mind is like a garden. It will grow whatever seeds you plant, so plant carefully and tend daily. Understanding that you become what you think about also means recognizing the importance of setting clear, definite goals. A vague desire produces vague results. Winners know exactly what they want, and they hold that vision consistently in their minds. Writing down your goals and reviewing them regularly is a powerful way to align your thoughts with your desired outcomes. When your mind is focused on a clear objective, it begins to scan your environment for opportunities, resources, and solutions that support that objective. This clarity of purpose strengthens your attitude and sharpens your actions. Without it, your efforts are scattered and your progress uncertain. It's also crucial to understand that thinking positively is not about denying reality or ignoring challenges. It is about choosing the lens through which you interpret your experiences. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but your attitude toward them makes all the difference. A person with a winning mindset sees obstacles as temporary and solvable. They ask, "What can I learn? How can I adapt? What is the next best step?" This approach transforms difficulties into growth opportunities and builds resilience. Resilience, in turn, is the hallmark of all successful people. It allows you to maintain your focus and motivation even when the path becomes difficult. Another vital element in cultivating this truth is the power of visualization. Winners vividly imagine their success before it manifests. They picture themselves achieving their goals, engaging all their senses to create a mental experience that feels real and attainable. This practice programs the subconscious mind, aligns emotions with purpose, and boosts confidence. Visualization is not wishful thinking. It is a rehearsal for reality. It prepares your mind and body to act in ways that support your vision. Make visualization a daily habit and watch as your actions become more aligned with your desires. Gratitude is a subtle but transformative companion to this truth. When you focus on what you already have and appreciate the good in your life, you create a mindset of abundance. Gratitude quiets complaints and fosters optimism, which energizes your efforts and attracts positive experiences. It balances ambition with contentment, creating a sustainable attitude that nurtures both peace and progress. Incorporate gratitude into your daily practice, and you will find your outlook and results improving in tandem. Finally, I want to leave you with a call to action that will cement this truth in your life. Declare aloud or write in the comments, "I am the master of my thoughts. I choose to think about success, abundance, and purpose. I release fear, doubt, and limitation." This is not mere words, but a powerful affirmation that engages your mind and spirit. Repeat it daily as you begin to build the attitude that creates success. Remember, this truth is not just something to understand intellectually, but something to live by. You become what you think about most, so think with intention, act with purpose, and embrace the life you are destined to create. The most important truth you'll ever hear is simple yet profound. You become what you think about most of the time. This isn't a theory or a suggestion. It is a law as immutable and reliable as the laws of physics. From the moment you wake up to the moment you close your eyes, your thoughts shape your reality. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, your life will mirror those feelings in ways both subtle and obvious. But if you choose to focus on success, faith, and possibility, your life will begin to transform accordingly. This truth is the foundation upon which all achievement rests. It is the hidden power behind every act of creation, every breakthrough, every victory. Understanding and embracing this law is the first step toward mastery of your destiny. Now, as we begin this journey, I want you to take a moment and do something important for yourself. If you find value in this message, if these ideas resonate with you even a little, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe to this channel. This small action is more than just a click. It is a commitment to feeding your mind with wisdom and truth. You see, the company we keep, even the information we consume, plays a critical role in shaping our thoughts and attitudes. By choosing to engage with content that uplifts and instructs, you are planting seeds in your mind that will bear fruit in your life. So if you are ready to take control of your thoughts and your future, join this community of seekers, and do not let this be a one-time encounter, but a daily habit of growth. Let me share with you why so many people fail to realize their potential. It is not because they lack ability or opportunity, but because they do not understand this law. They drift through life, their minds cluttered with doubts, fears, and conflicting desires. Their thoughts are like a ship without a rudder, tossed by every passing wave. Without a clear direction, their energy is scattered, and their efforts become ineffective. They expect success to come by chance or external aid, unaware that the power to create that success resides within their own minds. This lack of understanding leaves them vulnerable to circumstance and undermines their confidence. But the moment you grasp that you become what you think about, everything changes. You move from victim to victor. You become the captain of your own fate. Consider the mind as fertile soil. What you plant there, whether seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation, or seeds of courage, faith, and vision, will grow and multiply. The land does not choose what to nurture, it simply returns what is sown. In the same way, your mind cannot distinguish between positive and negative thoughts. It will nurture whatever you repeat and focus on most consistently. This is why mental discipline is so crucial. Winners understand that it is not enough to hope for success. They must consciously plant the seeds of success daily. They feed their minds with affirmations, visualizations, and the study of ideas that empower. They reject negativity and cultivate resilience. They know that their mental garden determines the harvest they reap. Many great teachers throughout history have recognized this truth. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, said, "A man's life is what his thoughts make of it." Ralph Waldo Emerson observed, "A man is what he thinks about all day long." William James, a pioneer in psychology, declared that the greatest discovery of his generation was the ability of people to change their lives by changing their attitudes of mind. The Bible echoes this principle in the words, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." These voices from different eras and cultures converge on this one powerful truth. It is a universal law, waiting for each of us to embrace it and live by it. Now, if you want to truly change your life, you must begin to practice this truth daily. Begin by becoming aware of your thoughts. Notice when negativity or doubt creeps in. Catch those thoughts and consciously replace them with empowering alternatives. Instead of "I can't," say "I can." Instead of "it's too hard," say "I will find a way." This practice of mental correction is not easy at first. The mind loves habit and comfort, but with persistence it becomes natural. Over time, your dominant thoughts will shift and your reality will follow. You will start to see new opportunities, new solutions, and new energy to pursue your goals. This is the path to mastery over yourself. It is important to understand that becoming what you think about requires focus and clarity. You cannot think about too many things at once and expect to grow in any one area. You must choose your primary goal or purpose and let it occupy your mind most of the time. Write it down, review it often, and visualize yourself already having achieved it. This focused mental energy channels your actions and decisions, aligning them with your deepest desires. Without such focus, your efforts dissipate like scattered seeds blown by the wind. But with focus, you cultivate a powerful momentum that carries you forward, even through setbacks. Finally, I want you to make a commitment right now. Write in the comments or say aloud, "I am what I think about most." I choose success, faith, and courage. This declaration is not just words, it is a statement of intent that activates your subconscious mind and aligns your daily actions with your highest goals. Remember, the law is absolute. You become what you think about. Guard your thoughts, nurture your vision, and embrace the attitude of a winner every day. Your life will never be the same again. The most important truth you'll ever hear is not hidden in some distant place or locked away by secret societies. It is a simple, timeless law that governs every aspect of your life, whether you realize it or not. This truth is the foundation upon which all success, happiness, and fulfillment are built. It is the silent architect of your destiny, shaping the contours of your future with every thought you entertain and every decision you make. To understand this truth fully is to unlock the door to mastery over your life. But to ignore it is to wander aimlessly, at the mercy of chance and circumstance. I want you to listen carefully and open your mind, for what I am about to share with you will challenge everything you thought you knew about control, power, and possibility. Before we dive deeper, let me invite you to take a small but significant step that will help you on this journey. If you find this message valuable, if you feel a stirring inside that tells you this knowledge is worth embracing, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. This is not just a casual request, it is an invitation to join a community committed to growth, learning, and transformation. By subscribing, you commit to feeding your mind with ideas that elevate and empower, and you allow yourself to be surrounded by the voices of wisdom that reinforce the most important truth you will ever hear. This small action can be the first deliberate step toward changing your mindset and your life. The essence of this truth is that we become what we think about. This is not a metaphor or a motivational slogan. It is a fundamental law of human existence, as real as the laws of physics. Your thoughts shape your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions create your reality. The mind is like a garden, it will grow whatever seeds you plant. If you sow fear, doubt, and limitation, your life will be a harvest of struggle, missed opportunities, and regret. If you sow faith, courage, and vision, your life will be a harvest of success, fulfillment, and peace. This law does not discriminate. It applies equally to everyone, at all times. The only difference is whether you are aware of it and choose to use it deliberately. Many people live unaware of this truth. They drift through life, reacting to circumstances as they come, blaming external forces for their failures, and hoping for luck or chance to change their fate. But true mastery comes from understanding that your power lies not in the events themselves, but in your response to them. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can control how you think about it. You can choose to see setbacks as permanent defeats or as lessons to grow stronger. You can choose to believe you are powerless or to recognize the incredible power within you to shape your future. This shift in perspective is the gateway to personal transformation and lasting success. To harness this truth, you must become vigilant over your thoughts. Begin to observe them without judgment, as a scientist would observe a phenomenon. Notice the recurring patterns. Are they thoughts of hope and possibility, or are they filled with fear and limitation? This awareness is the first step to change. You cannot change what you do not see. Once you recognize the thoughts that hold you back, you can begin to replace them with thoughts that serve your highest good. This process takes time and patience, but it is the most valuable investment you will ever make. Your thoughts are the architects of your future. Choose their blueprint wisely. A powerful way to reinforce this truth is through affirmation. Affirmations are positive, present-tense statements that declare your intentions and beliefs. They reprogram your subconscious mind by repeating truths you wish to embody. For example, saying, "I am worthy of success, I am capable of overcoming challenges, or I attract abundance," can gradually shift your mindset toward empowerment. These statements are not empty words. They become the seeds planted in your mental garden. Over time, they grow into the beliefs and attitudes that shape your actions and results. Make affirmations a daily practice, especially when doubt or negativity arise, to strengthen your connection to this most important truth. Visualization is another potent tool in embodying this truth. The mind cannot distinguish vivid imagination from reality. When you visualize your goals clearly and with emotional intensity, you prepare your brain to recognize opportunities and to act in alignment with your desires. Winners use visualization not as wishful thinking, but as a form of mental rehearsal that primes them for success. By regularly picturing yourself achieving your goals, you create a mental roadmap that guides your decisions and fuels your motivation. Visualization aligns your conscious will with your subconscious beliefs, making the law of becoming what you think about a living reality in your life. Finally, I want you to make a commitment to take control of your thoughts and, through them, your destiny. This commitment is the foundation of all growth and success. It requires courage, discipline, and faith. It means deciding each day to think with intention, to guard your mind against negativity, and to nurture the beliefs that serve your highest aspirations. As you do this, you will begin to see your life transform in profound ways. Your challenges will become opportunities, your fears will diminish, and your potential will unfold. Declare now in the comments, "I am the master of my thoughts and the architect of my destiny. I am free of fear and doubt." Let this declaration be the first brick in the foundation of your new life. Success is often misunderstood as something reserved for a lucky few, but nothing could be further from the truth. Success is the natural consequence of a well-developed attitude, an attitude shaped by intentional thought, unwavering belief, and consistent action. It is a law that governs not only the physical world, but also the inner realm of human consciousness. The attitude that creates success is not a fleeting feeling or random stroke of fortune. It is a cultivated state of mind, reinforced by habits and choices made daily. To develop this attitude, one must first understand that the mind is like a magnet, attracting to itself the reality that corresponds to its dominant thoughts. If you want success, you must become a success in your mind first. The journey begins with awareness. Becoming aware of your current attitude is the first step toward change. Most people operate on autopilot, unaware of the thoughts that silently dictate their feelings, behaviors, and outcomes. They complain about their circumstances without realizing that these circumstances are reflections of their dominant beliefs. To transform your life, you must take inventory of your thoughts. Are they empowering or limiting? Are they focused on solutions or problems? Are they rooted in hope or fear? This awareness is not a judgment, but a starting point, a mirror held up to your inner world. From here, you can begin to consciously shift your thinking toward the attitudes that serve your goals. Building a successful attitude requires deliberate mental training. Just as an athlete trains their body, so must you train your mind. This involves daily practices such as affirmations, visualization, and meditation on your goals and values. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that reinforce your belief in yourself and your purpose. Visualization involves vividly imagining the achievement of your goals, engaging all your senses to create a compelling mental image. Meditation calms the mind and creates space for clarity and focus. Together, these practices strengthen the neural pathways associated with confidence, determination, and resilience. Over time, they reprogram your subconscious mind to support your conscious aspirations. A vital component of the winning attitude is emotional control. Success does not require the absence of emotion, but it demands mastery over emotional reactions. Winners understand that emotions are signals, not commands. When fear, anger, or doubt arise, they acknowledge these feelings without allowing them to dictate their actions. They develop the habit of responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. This emotional discipline creates mental stability and resilience, enabling consistent progress despite setbacks. It also fosters better relationships and decision-making as clear thinking prevails over emotional turbulence. Another key aspect is adaptability. The path to success is rarely straight or predictable. Obstacles will appear, plans will change, and unexpected challenges will test your resolve. A winning attitude embraces flexibility without losing sight of the ultimate goal. It sees change not as a threat, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. Adaptable individuals adjust their strategies while maintaining their core vision. This balance of steadfastness and openness allows them to navigate complexity with confidence. They know that persistence does not mean rigidity, and success requires both determination and wisdom. Discipline is the backbone of attitude. Without discipline, even the most positive thoughts will dissipate under pressure. Discipline means showing up every day, doing the work, and maintaining focus regardless of circumstances or feelings. It involves setting routines, creating environments conducive to productivity, and eliminating distractions. Discipline turns intention into action, and action into habit. Through discipline, attitude becomes a stable force rather than a fleeting mood. This constancy builds momentum and accelerates progress, making success not a question of if, but when. Support systems also play a crucial role in sustaining a winning attitude. Humans are social creatures, and the company we keep influences our mindset profoundly. Winners surround themselves with positive, motivated, and growth-oriented individuals. They seek out mentors who have walked the path before them and learn from their experiences. They build communities that encourage accountability and celebrate progress. Conversely, they distance themselves from toxic relationships and environments that drain energy and reinforce negative beliefs. This intentional curation of your social circle reinforces your attitude and expands your possibilities. Finally, success is inseparable from service. The most fulfilled and prosperous people understand that their attitude must extend beyond self-interest. True success comes from contributing value to others, from being of service in ways that enrich the lives of those around us. This principle is deeply rooted in natural law. Your rewards will be in exact proportion to the value you provide. By aligning your attitude with generosity, empathy, and integrity, you create a magnetic force that draws opportunity, support, and abundance. This service-oriented mindset enriches not only your external achievements, but your inner sense of meaning and satisfaction. The attitude that creates success is a living, breathing force that guides every decision and shapes every outcome. It is not something you adopt once and then forget. It requires constant nurturing and vigilance. The mind is a garden that needs tending every day. If neglected, weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity quickly take over, choking out the seeds of potential and growth. Winners know this well. They guard their minds jealously, choosing carefully what thoughts to entertain and which to reject. This mental discipline is the foundation of their success. It creates an internal environment where confidence, clarity, and resilience can flourish. Without this, even the greatest talents and opportunities may wither. Developing this attitude begins with recognizing your own power as the master of your thoughts. No external circumstance can control your mind unless you allow it. This realization is liberating and empowering. It means that no matter the challenges you face, you have the ability to choose your response. You can choose to see setbacks as temporary obstacles or permanent defeats. You can choose to interpret criticism as guidance or as personal attack. This choice shapes your emotional state and your behavior. By consciously deciding to adopt a winning attitude, you activate a chain reaction that changes how you perceive, respond, and ultimately succeed. To sustain this attitude, Winners cultivate habits that reinforce their mental strength. Daily rituals such as meditation, journaling, and reading inspirational material help anchor their mindset. They set clear intentions each morning and review their goals regularly. They use affirmations to remind themselves of their worth and capabilities. Visualization is a powerful tool they employ, imagining themselves succeeding, overcoming obstacles, and living their desired life. These practices are not mere routines, but strategic investments in their mental infrastructure. They create momentum, focus, and a positive feedback loop that sustains motivation and progress. Another essential element of the successful attitude is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and rigid thinking can lead to frustration and failure. Winners maintain a flexible mindset that allows them to pivot, learn, and grow in response to changing circumstances. They see challenges not as dead ends, but as puzzles to solve. This adaptability is grounded in a deep belief in their capacity to learn and improve. It enables them to stay calm under pressure and to find creative solutions when the obvious path is blocked. Flexibility combined with persistence creates a powerful dynamic that keeps them moving forward. The social environment also plays a critical role in shaping attitude. Winners surround themselves with positive influences, mentors, peers, and communities that support growth and excellence. They seek out feedback and accountability, recognizing that isolation breeds complacency. Conversely, they avoid toxic relationships and environments that drain energy and reinforce negative beliefs. By intentionally choosing their company and inputs, they create a supportive context that amplifies their attitude and achievements. Remember, your mindset is contagious. The people you associate with will either uplift or undermine your winning attitude. Emotional regulation is a further cornerstone of the successful attitude. Winners acknowledge their emotions but refuse to be ruled by them. They develop the capacity to pause, reflect, and choose their response rather than reacting impulsively. This emotional intelligence fosters resilience and clarity, enabling better decision-making and healthier relationships. It prevents minor setbacks from escalating into destructive cycles of doubt and despair. Instead, winners treat emotions as data, valuable signals that guide but do not control. This mastery of emotion strengthens the foundation of their attitude and sustains their journey toward success. Finally, winners embrace service as a principle integral to success. They understand that true prosperity is not about accumulation but contribution. Their attitude is oriented toward creating value for others, whether through their work, their relationships, or their community. This service mindset aligns them with a universal law. The more you give, the more you receive. It opens doors, builds trust, and creates lasting impact. Service enriches not only the receiver but the giver, fostering a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends material gain. By embedding service in their attitude, winners cultivate a legacy that endures beyond their individual achievements. The truth that will change your life is simple but profound. Your mind is the master key to everything you desire. Everything you are, everything you will become, is first created in the fertile soil of your thoughts. This is not an abstract idea, but a universal law as constant and unyielding as the law of gravity. What you think about most of the time is what you will become. If your mind dwells on failure, fear, or limitation, you will attract those very things into your life. But if you choose to think of success, confidence, and abundance, you will create a future rich with opportunity and fulfillment. It is not chance or circumstance that determines your destiny. It is the steady direction of your thoughts and the persistence to act upon them. This principle, once fully understood and embraced, becomes the foundation of every success story ever told. Confidence is not born of circumstance, but of belief. Belief in your ability to learn, adapt, and overcome. Winners are not those who are never afraid. They are those who face fear and move forward anyway. They understand that courage is a choice, one made repeatedly with each step taken toward their goals. This courage grows through action. Each time you push beyond doubt, you reinforce the mindset that you are capable and worthy. Self-belief does not require perfection, it requires persistence. Replace the story of "I can't" with "I can" and "I will." Rewire your internal dialogue daily with affirmations and visualizations that align with your vision. Your subconscious mind accepts the repeated messages as truth and begins to steer your behavior accordingly. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is equally essential. Your environment, the people you interact with, the books you read, the conversations you engage in, shapes your thoughts and attitudes. Winners cultivate networks that encourage growth, hold them accountable, and challenge them to be better. They seek mentors who have walked the path and learned from their experience. They avoid negative influences that sap energy and promote defeatism. Intentional curation of your mental and social environment reinforces your winning attitude and accelerates your progress. Remember, the company you keep can either uplift you or drag you down. Choose wisely. Discipline is the bridge between vision and reality. Even the most inspiring thoughts mean little without consistent action. Discipline means showing up every day, regardless of mood or circumstance, and doing what needs to be done. It means prioritizing long-term success over short-term pleasure and developing routines that support your goals. Through discipline, thoughts become habits, and habits become character. This steady effort builds momentum, turning small wins into major achievements. The quiet power of discipline often goes unnoticed, but it is the foundation upon which all lasting success is built. Persistence is the hallmark of those who achieve greatness. The road to success is rarely smooth, and obstacles are inevitable. Winners do not see setbacks as failure, but as feedback and opportunity to learn and improve. They understand that progress is often the result of continuing longer than others are willing to endure. This persistence is not blind stubbornness, but a calculated commitment to the long-term vision. It demands patience and faith. By embracing persistence, you transform challenges into stepping stones and maintain forward motion even when the way is difficult. Humility complements confidence and persistence. True winners are humble enough to recognize their limitations and seek growth continually. They do not pretend to have all the answers, but remain open to learning and adapting. This humility fosters collaboration, builds trust, and accelerates progress. It prevents complacency and rigidity, allowing for the flexibility necessary to navigate change. Cultivating humility alongside self-belief creates a balanced and resilient attitude that supports sustainable success. Emotional intelligence is a critical but often overlooked component of the winning attitude. It involves recognizing and managing your own emotions while empathizing with others. Winners use emotional intelligence to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, maintaining clarity and composure under pressure. This mastery of emotions enhances decision-making, relationships, and resilience. By treating emotions as data rather than dictators, you create mental space for calm, strategic action. Emotional intelligence strengthens the foundation of your attitude and empowers you to lead yourself and others effectively. Vision provides direction and meaning. A clear, compelling vision connects your daily actions to a larger purpose, transforming routine tasks into meaningful steps. It sustains motivation and focus through challenges and delays. Cultivating your vision through reflection and visualization keeps your goals vivid and your mindset aligned. With vision and attitude united, your potential is limitless. Your journey toward success becomes not just a series of achievements, but a purposeful and fulfilling life. The attitude that creates success is not a one-time achievement, but a lifelong commitment to growth, resilience, and purposeful action. It is a choice renewed daily, sometimes moment by moment, as life tests our resolve and challenges our beliefs. Success is not reserved for those who never face hardship, but for those who cultivate an attitude that allows them to persevere and thrive despite it. This attitude is grounded in faith, in the belief that no matter how difficult the circumstances, you have the power within to shape your destiny. It is a faith that is not blind, but tested and proven through action. To live this way is to embrace a calling far greater than personal gain. It is to dedicate yourself to becoming the best version of yourself every day. As we come to the close of this part of our journey, I want to leave you with a powerful truth. Your attitude shapes your reality. It colors your perceptions, influences your choices, and determines your results. To think like a winner every day is to live intentionally, to harness the full power of your mind, and to navigate life with clarity and courage. But more than that, it is to inspire others by the example you set. Your attitude is contagious. It influences your family, your friends, your colleagues, and your community. When you choose to embody strength, hope, and determination, you light a path that others will want to follow. This is the legacy of the winning attitude, not just success for yourself, but empowerment for those around you. I encourage you now, as you reflect on everything we have explored, to make a public declaration of your commitment. Write in the comments below, "I choose to live with a winning attitude. I am focused, resilient, and purpose-driven. I inspire success in myself and others." Let these words be a banner you carry throughout your days, a reminder of the mindset that will guide you through every challenge and triumph. Remember, the law is absolute. We become what we think about. Choose your thoughts carefully. Cultivate your attitude diligently, and watch as your life transforms in ways beyond your imagination. Before we part, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Engagement is not just a metric, it is a commitment to building a community of winners who uplift each other. By sharing, you become part of a movement that spreads hope, wisdom, and empowerment. Together, we can cultivate the attitudes that create success, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. Remember, your attitude is the wind in your sails. Set your course and sail boldly into the future you deserve. Now, as you prepare to continue your journey, remember that the process of cultivating a winning attitude is ongoing. It requires vigilance, self-reflection, and a willingness to confront and overcome internal obstacles. You will face moments of doubt, fatigue, and temptation to revert to old patterns. These moments are tests of your commitment, opportunities to strengthen your resolve. When you stumble, remind yourself why you started. Reconnect with your purpose and your vision. Draw strength from the knowledge that every challenge you overcome builds the character and resilience necessary for lasting success. This is the path of the true winner, a path marked not by perfection, but by persistence and growth. Take time each day to nurture your mind and spirit. Surround yourself with positive influences and seek out knowledge and inspiration. Read books that challenge and expand your thinking. Listen to voices that uplift and encourage. Engage in practices such as meditation, journaling, or prayer that cultivate inner peace and focus. These habits create a fertile environment for your attitude to flourish and your goals to manifest. Remember, success is a journey of small, consistent actions aligned with a clear vision. Each day you invest in your attitude is a day you build a foundation for your future. As you move forward, hold fast to the understanding that your attitude affects not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. Your family, friends, colleagues, and community all feel the energy you bring. By choosing a winning attitude, you become a source of strength and inspiration. You lift others even as you rise yourself. This ripple effect creates a powerful legacy, a testament to the transformative power of mindset. Success, therefore, is not just personal, it is communal. It is the sharing of light that illuminates many paths. Finally, never forget that the most important truth you can carry is this: you become what you think about. This law is absolute and unchanging. It governs your happiness, your prosperity, your relationships, and your peace of mind. Embrace it fully. Guard your thoughts. Choose wisely. Cultivate an attitude that reflects your highest aspirations. Do this, and you will not only achieve success, but you will live a life of fulfillment and purpose beyond your wildest dreams. You are the master of your mind, the captain of your fate, and the architect of your future. Step boldly into this truth and claim the life that is rightfully yours.